Hey, how's it going? It's Robin Smith, and it's time for the Robin Smith Show for Monday, May 12th, 2025. Happy belated Mother's Day to all the moms out there, including my mom, the lovely Karen Smith, and her mom, the lovely Doris Smith, and my grandmommy, Lois Smith, and all the Smiths everywhere, all the moms and the grandmoms, my mother-in-law, Marcy, and I can't forget my lovely wife, Kelly. I mean, you know, come on. She's the closest mom. She's the mom in the closest proximity. Did you all have a good Mother's Day? We went to what's that place? It used to be called Mrs. K's Toll House on Route 29, Colesville Road. It's the main kind of north-south highway that goes into Silver Spring, downtown Silver Spring. And it's now called Zinnia. It was really quite apt. We were at church and they were having a plant sale, and we saw zinnias for sale, and we were like, we're gonna meet everyone at Zinnia. Let's bring zinnias. But they're like little saplings, so they're just these little dinky green things. So we went to Wegmans and picked up, the Mother's Day flower bowl, potted flower arrangement, beautiful calla lilies, etc. I always love the, seeing the girls' Mother's Day cards. They're very sweet. Anyway, no guest today. Welcome to the podcast. Solo show. Robin in solo mode. So tonight is game 4 for hockey fans, for Caps fans. Carolina, you guys eat shit, and I want you to eat shit because I want you to lose because I want to continue having a vested interest in watching these playoffs. I don't really watch the other games, really. I'm not that big of a hockey fan where I watch other playoff games. I'll probably tune in to watch maybe some of the conference finals, definitely Stanley Cup finals. But yeah, man, we need to win tonight. We need it. We have a new pope. Apparently, we have a new pope. It's been in the news. Robert Francis Prevost, Leo the 14th, the 69-year-old pope, first ever U.S.-born pope. It's funny, they were saying something about, or first ever of the Augustinian order. I don't know what that means. St. Augustine? I don't know what any of that means. But the fact that he's an American, and everyone's going to talk about, they go back and dig up his political record and be like this and that. I just think, I found my wife's commentary on it very funny. She was like, the Pope speaks multiple languages. And I was like, every Pope speaks multiple languages. And she goes to me, no, honey, they're just like calming everyone's nerves because like Americans, Americans don't usually speak multiple languages. And I go, yeah, that's true. That's true. I've been reading, listening to this book called Between Death and Life by Dolores Cannon. I used to think this stuff was very nutty, quantum healing and such, past life regression, but it's quite interesting. I find it fascinating now. When you encounter this stuff, if you're closed off to it, of course, you're going to look at it as wacky and, at best wacky and at worst, sinister and exploitative, manipulating the weak and the vulnerable and all that, right? That's the very cynical view of it. But when you're open to it, my God, I'm telling you, I want to learn more about this temple of healing or whatever in the spirit realm. Apparently, like so if you don't know, I mean, what I'm talking about here is past life regression, hypnotherapy. A hypnotherapist rather. I think hypnotherapists get sensitive when you call them hypnotists because they're like, that's not, hypnotist is the guy on stage making people cluck like a chicken and orgasm thinking they're, having sex with Madonna or something. A hypnotherapist is someone who, helps induce their client into a trance state. And for the very open-minded hypnotherapist, the trance state can lead people not just back into their childhood, but before their childhood, before they incarnated in their current life. And so there's past lives as well as like, where does the soul go in between lives? The life between lives. So anyway, one of Dolores Cannon's clients, patients, was induced in trance and talking about some healing temple of light, and like windows that had gems on them, letting light in, and the colored light would come in and swirl around his body in the rotunda and like pull out all this negative energy. It was amazing. I'm like, I want to go to that temple of light. I haven't yet done it. I'm gonna look up on the internets, find out a meditation to induce me into trance. I mean, meditative state is a trance state. Many ways to get into a trance state, but I digress. Oh, I meant to say earlier, where are we here? 5 minutes in. Okay, that's kind of early. Go listen to last week's episode. It should be episode 180. Chelsea Rose Odhner, Robert Falconer, and Jonathan S. Rose. I am so happy that they came on, and the book's not even out yet. It comes out the 22nd, I want to say. Hold on. It should say it here, right? Actually, you can get it out now. You can get it ebook. Excuse me. Just go back and look at the show notes. You can get it now or order a printed copy after May 22nd, I think. The book is called Opening the Inner World, Spiritual Healing, Internal Family Systems, and Emanuel Swedenborg. And I did mention how both Chelsea and Jonathan are musicians, and I asked their permission to share a track, and I'm going to do that right now. Let's share. What do we got here? Let's. What is this one called? When You're Not in My Life. This is by. This is on the album Clear Light After Rain. I should really be more prepared. It's something Clear Shining. Sorry, Clear Shining. I'm sorry, Jonathan. Clear Shining After Rain is the album by Jonathan Rose, and this is When You're Not in My Life.
Lord, source of all life, won't you bring me to life again? Lord, when you're not in my life, nothing goes right at all. Sometimes I wonder where you are. How did I ever get so far away? Hey, hey, Lord, source of all life, won't you bring me to life again? Lord, when you're not in my life, nothing goes right at all. Sometimes I wonder where you are. How did I ever get so far away? Sometimes I wonder where you are. How did I ever get so far away? Hey, hey, Lord, you're the source of all life. Won't you bring me to life again? Lord, when you're not in my life, nothing goes right at all.
Hell yeah. Okay, maybe not the most appropriate thing to say after a song about the Lord and being the source of all life. And when you're not in my life, nothing goes right. I love that song. That's a great song. And, if it's not appropriate to say hell yeah to that, when is it appropriate to say hell yeah? After that one song by Gretchen, what's her name? Hell yeah. You know the country song I'm talking about? My candle just went out. That's right. I'm a candle guy now. In all seasons. Yeah. Wait, hold on. Speaking of the Lord, I just love that song. Speaking of the Lord, I have hold on. It's what is it? I know what it is. Hold on. I'm opening the book and it's called something. I just forget what it's called. Boy, there's a lot of blank pages. Here we go. Okay. What is it? It's not the Book of Common Prayer. It says presented to Robin Smith by his grandmother. I just shouted you out, Doris Smith, for Mother's Day. Presented on April 19th, 1997. I guess I would have been in 7th grade or something. This is the Holy Baptism. No, what is this? I am so embarrassed right now. Why? Okay, yes, it is the Book of Common Prayer. Did I say that earlier out loud? Okay, anyway. Best grandson ever. So I have it here on my desk. And I want to confess to you, I just mentioned how my candle went out, okay? Because now I'm a candle guy, and I light candles, and I pour water in the little thing. It's like a clay. It's like this Asian house, little miniature house. So you put a little tea candle underneath, pour water on top, and I got a bunch of essential oils that my wife got some time ago, and, I think they just, got, we used them in a diffuser. Anyway, I don't need to get into the whole thing. The point is, I have all these oils, and no, that's not the point. The point is, next to that is a coaster, a real coaster. That's where cups go, but I don't put cups there. I put hot beverages like tea and coffee on that one, but I put my water glass. Excuse me, I just Marco Rubio'd it. I put my water glass right there on the Book of Common Prayer, right on top of the cross. Now, should Books of Common Prayer be used as a coaster? I don't know. I'll check in with you next week. I'll ask my priest. Is it called a priest in the Episcopal Church? It's not. It's a rector or a father or I don't know. There's so much I need to learn. Anyway, the point is, I'll get back to you on that. I probably won't. People are saying... Okay, Veda Austin. I think her name's Veda Austin. She did this research about water, and so I put my water on the cross, and I wonder. Veda Austin says that water is alive. Water has an intelligence. Water, if you watched Disney's Frozen, you would know. Olaf says water remembers. Water has memory. But Veda Austin did research on water. She took Petri dishes, and she put the water on top of an image and then would freeze the Petri dish, and then the crystallography reading from the frozen Petri dish would show up different ways depending on what the water was shown or exposed to. And I'm just kind of wondering, if I put my water on the cross and then drink it, I'm not claiming that I'm blessing this water or it's now holy water. I don't know what I'm claiming. I'm just curious about the influence of putting the water on the cross, okay? Does that make me nutty? Yes. I didn't ask you. Yes, it may make me nutty, but I'm doing it anyway. And I guess I need to ask someone in my faith community in leadership if this is allowed. And if it's not allowed, I will atone. Everything's forgivable, okay? Except blaspheming against the Holy Spirit. Apparently, that is the one unforgivable sin, and I don't understand it. How in the world does the Lord, source of all life, say, welcome to paradise, welcome to heaven, come back and rest your soul and heal, come to heaven, come join all the well ancestors. But wait, did you blaspheme against the Holy Spirit? Sorry, go back to earth until you learn your lesson. Go to your room, go to earth school, and learn not to put the beverage on the Book of Common Prayer. It's not a coaster, Robin. All right, that was a long rant. Oh, congratulations to a couple of colleagues of mine. Hold on a second. I meant to Norm Epstein and Mariana Falconer. They released a book. They came out with the book a year ago, I want to say. The book is Treatment Plans and Interventions in Couple Therapy, a Cognitive Behavioral Approach. And Metro MFT, the DC area Association for Marriage and Family Therapists, they put on this event. They hosted it, or they put it on at the Center for Healthy Families, where I did my training in grad school to become a marriage and family therapist in the School of Public Health on the University of Maryland, College Park campus. Go Terps. And so, yeah, they talked about their book. It was really nice. I mean, I hadn't been back to the Center for Healthy Families in years. And it's amazing going back. It feels like sacred ground. I know, again, I'm being super silly, but I mean, I went there in 2011, 2013, or 2011 to 2013, and I remember being so stressed out, so anxious, seeing my first therapy client. The doorbell rings or whatever, the client's in the waiting room, and someone's like, "Robin, your client's here," and I'm just fucking, armpit sweating out the wazoo. And to be there now as a 40-year-old guy, and much more like calm, a lot more healed from back then. Anyway, I'm making it about me here. Congratulations to Norm and Mariana. If you are interested in this book, if you're a therapist, I know a lot of therapists listen to this podcast. I'm told. I don't know why I keep doing Trump. So yeah, if you're into this, Treatment Plans and Interventions in Couple Therapy, it's out now. So that's 2 book promos on this episode. Yeah, when I was there, Norm, he was one of my professors at Maryland, and he taught when I was in the first year. He taught the ethics course, and he taught in the summertime. He taught the sex course. I know he taught more than just those 2. Those are the 2 that come to mind right now. And, when he was talking about the book and going over the book, it was funny because Mariana kind of tapped on him and was like, we got like 10 minutes left. He was just kind of going into like teaching mode. He talked about, being in the space again and getting into teacher mode. The same thing came up for me, being in that space again. And I noticed that part of myself that got super socially anxious. But it wasn't as strong. I was like, no, it's okay. You're not a fraud. You're not an imposter. You belong here. You know everyone here. Everyone likes you, Robin. You're okay. You're lovable. Again, I keep hearing Trump. What does that say? I keep hearing this little Trump voice. I don't know. I'm just mocking myself and Trump at the same time. So, yeah, I have other things to ramble about, but I don't know. Should I end the episode now? It's 18 minutes in, and I have another song to share. I should probably... I'm going to talk about the tooth fairy and refrigerator filters next time. Yeah, let's save that for next time, okay? We're going to close it out with Chelsea Rose Odhner's song. Hold on, which song is it here? Hold on. May the Bones. That's right. From her album, or their album. I'm sorry, I misgendered you, Chelsea. I believe you go by they, them. Their album, May the Bones, from Confident Hope. And but before we get into that, I want to hear from you all. If you have a suggestion for a guest or a topic to cover, if you have a question, you can write into the show at robinsmithshow@gmail.com. Leave a voicemail on the show's hotline, 301-458-0883. If you're a fan of the show and you'd like to support it to reach more listeners, you can share it with friends, family, and colleagues. Of course, you can subscribe, follow, or rate the show on your favorite podcast app. Reviews are always welcome. If you want to go further, consider becoming a monthly supporter on Patreon. You will help me run this ship, keep the lights on, multiple tiers with different membership benefits. You can learn more at patreon.com/The Robin Smith Show. Thanks in advance for supporting the show. And that is the show. Thanks for listening. Until next time.
send forth life where they lie. Send forth life where they lie. For they comforted with hope. Gave deliverance with hope. They comforted with hope. Made the bones. Made the bones. Send forth life where they lie. Send forth life where they lie. For they comforted with hope. Gave deliverance with hope. They comforted with hope. Made the bones. Made the bones.
The Robin Smith Show is produced by me, Robin Smith. Executive produced by Robin and Kelly Glenn Smith at Team Robley. Theme song by The Very Small. The show is engineered by one of my alters, Games Nabisco. Listeners can get in touch by calling or texting the hotline at 301-458-0883. Messages can be sent to robinsmithshow@gmail.com. Don't forget to follow the show on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Disclaimer. This podcast is for general information purposes only and does not constitute the practice of medicine, psychotherapy, or other professional healthcare services, including the giving of medical advice. Note: no therapist-patient relationship is formed. The use of this information is at the listener's own risk. The content of this podcast is not intended to be a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnoses, or treatment. Listeners should not disregard or delay in obtaining medical advice for any medical condition they have and should seek the assistance of their healthcare professionals for any such conditions.